Welcome one and all. So in this lecture, the concept of simple and compound interest will be discussed. So here, this symbol P, it is for the principal amount. Okay. R, it is for rate percentage. Here PA stands for per annum, means for per year, and time is in T years. Then this formula, which is P into R into T divided by 100, P into R into T by 100. This gives us the amount of simple interest here. So here, what is the meaning? Suppose our principal amount, let it be rupees 10,000. Okay. And rate of interest, suppose it is 7%. Okay. And time say it is of 3 years. This is for 3 years. Okay. Then what will be the simple interest? Then it will be the principal amount 10,000 into the rate, okay, and into 3 and divide by the 100. Okay. So for the some now this one it will cancel out, so it will be 210 rupees. So this will be the simple interest. Okay. So it will be the 210 rupees. It will be the simple interest on this much amount, the principal amount, with this rate per annum per year, and for this much duration of the time. And here there is another term which we call it amount. Amount means the total amount after the total time. So this will be nothing but the principal amount plus the interest here. And here interest is simple interest. Okay, so this will be further. It will be 10,000. Okay, plus 210, and that will give us 10210. So this will be the amount. Okay, the amount or some amount. Sometimes it is also called as a sum amount. Okay, after 3 years. Now here in this formula, basically there are four quantities are involved. One quantity is this, which is simple interest. Another is this P, second one. Then third one is R, and fourth one is T. Okay. So here out of the four quantities, three will be given. Okay. So here in this example, P, R, and T. The three quantities were given, and we have calculated the fourth quantity, which is simple interest. Similarly, suppose simple interest is given, okay, and then we are given P amount, means principal amount, and we are given R rate of interest. Then obviously we have to find what is T time, okay. So time, it will be given by SI, simple interest, into 100 and divide by P into R. Okay. So obviously this formula, it is coming from here, that this 100, okay. So which I had just mentioned, that the simple interest, it is P into R into T upon 100. So this 100 will go to this side, okay, and this P and this R, it will be here this side, but in the division or in the denominator. Similarly, suppose if simple interest is given, okay, simple interest is given, P principal amount is given, and time T is given, means these three are given, then how we can find rate? Obviously, rate, it will be given by the SI, simple interest, into 100, and here divide by P into T. Okay, so again, this formula, it is obviously one can very well see that it is derived from this one. Okay. So this is the first set of the questions, or first type of the questions, which is obviously the basic level questions. Okay. Now here, there is another formula which is for amount, the final amount. This is actually principal amount plus the simple interest. And this is now P plus P into R into T upon 100. Okay. And now here we can take P common. So it will be 1 plus R into T upon 100. Okay. So one can very well see this P is taken common, and so this is the formula. Okay. So this is the formula for the amount, the final amount. But please mind, this formula, it is applicable only if our interest is simple interest. Okay. And now, obviously, there is another concept of interest, that is compound interest. Okay. And what is the difference between simple interest and compound interest? Suppose our initial principal amount, let it be 100. The P, it is rupees 100. And rate of interest, suppose it is 10%. And T, it is 3 years. The time is 3 years. Now, if it is the case of simple interest, then for first year, our initial amount will be 100. And on this, we will get 10% interest. And obviously, 10 rupees, it will be the interest for first year. Again, in second year, so obviously this is for first year. Okay. And for second year, again, our initial amount will be rupees 100. And again, 10% interest. And again, 10 rupees will be the simple interest. Okay. So this is for second year. Okay. And even if for third year again it will repeat, means 10% interest and 10 rupees the total interest, and this will be for third year also. So it means to say that in simple interest, the interest is same. The interest is same or constant throughout every year. Okay, so this is an important property of simple interest, which is used in the questions. And obviously here, what is the total interest? The total simple interest, it will be 30 rupees. Okay, and what will be the amount? The final amount, it will be nothing but rupees 100 plus 30. That is 130 rupees. And obviously, one can find this 130 if you use this formula. Okay. So how we can find that principal amount was 100. Okay. And 1, and rate was 10. Okay. And time T 3, and upon 100. Okay. So this is now 100, and this will go off. So this 1 plus 3 by 10. Okay, so here this 1 we can write. So here the LCM will be this, and 10. Okay, means 10, it will be multiplied here, and plus 3. And now it will give us, actually this will cancel out, and this will be nothing but rupees 130. Okay, which is same as this. Now here, if everything is same, means principal amount is same, rupees 100, rate is also same, and time is again 3 years, and here rate is per annum. Rate is PA, per annum. Then if it is a compound interest, means interest is compounded, okay, annually. Interest is compounded annually. Then for first year, our initial amount will be 100, and obviously 10% will be the interest, and 10 rupees will be the interest. Obviously, this is for first year. Okay. Now, in the second year, our initial amount will be 110, because this 100 plus 10, it will be 110, and on this 110 rupees, 10% interest, that will give us rupees 11. Okay, actually one can very well see that this 11, it is nothing but the 10% of 110. Okay. And in the third year, final year, in the third year, okay, so our amount will be 110 plus 11, okay, means it will be 121. And 121, again 10% interest. Okay, so this will give us 12.1 rupees. Okay, and obviously this 12.1, it is 10% off. So this 12.1, it is 10%. It is once again 10%, but 10% of 121. Okay, now this is the case of compound interest. And in this case, what is the final amount? The final amount, it is 121, please mind. So, in the case of compound interest, what will be the final amount? The final amount after 3 years. Obviously, that will be actually 121 plus 12.1, and that will give us nothing but 133.1. Okay. So this 2 plus 1, 3 and 2. Okay. Now, there is a certainly in the case of compound interest, the amount is more, okay, as compared to this one. And now, in the case of compound interest, what is the formula to find the final amount? So here, the formula to find the final amount if our interest is compound interest, this is P1 plus R by 100 raised to power T. Okay. Actually, in case of simple interest, the formula is P1 plus R into T divided by 100. So this is the formula for amount if it is the case of simple interest. And this is the formula, this one, it is the formula for the amount if our interest is compounded annually. Okay, P1 plus R by 100 raised to power T. And obviously, this formula we can verify in this example. So the amount, so it is P. What was P? P was 100. And once again, what was R? R was 10, 100. And T, here T is raised to power. One can very well see that this T, which is here multiplied with R, the T time, okay, in years, the T time in years, which is multiplied with R in the case of simple interest, actually it is raised to power, means T, it is raised to the power, okay. So here we have this thing. So it is 100 into. So this 1 by 10 plus 1, it will be again. So now this 1 plus, it will give us 11 by 10. Okay. And cube. So now this thing, it is 100 and 11 into 11 into 11. And obviously here 10 into 10 into 10. And if one calculates it, then so actually it will be 1331 divided by 10, and 1331 divided by 10. Actually, it is nothing but this thing. Okay. And here once again, how to multiply these 311. I had already discussed in one of the previous, actually not one, other in two lectures. So first of all, 11 into 11, it will be 121. And this 121 again to be multiplied by 11. So first we will write this one unit digit, then 2 plus 1, it will be 3, then 1 plus 2, again it will be 3, and here it is 0, so 1 plus 0, it is 1. Okay, so this I had discussed in detail in the previous lectures, so one can watch that. Now, in the case of this compound interest, if our interest is compounded annually, if the interest is compounded annually, okay, then obviously here a rate will be actually given in say per, it will be rates, any rate given, okay, it will be per annum, okay. Then the formula for the amount, it is P1 plus R by 100 and T time, and obviously T time, it will be in years. Now, if the interest, it is compounded half yearly rather than annually, if it is compounded half yearly, okay, then the formula will change, that it will be P1 plus R by 2 upon 100, okay, and here it will be 2 times T. Means if the compound interest, it is compounded half yearly, then rate will be halved. Okay, rate will be halved, rate will be divided by 2, but the time interval will be doubled. Means time interval will be multiplied by 2. Okay, obviously time is to be multiplied by 2. For example, say T is given to be say 3 years. Okay, And now in 3 years, how many half years are there? The half years are six. Six half years. There are six half years. Okay. So rate, it will become the half. Okay. Suppose if rate is given to be say 10% per annum. Okay. And the compound interest is it is to be calculated half yearly. Then for half yearly rate will be 5%. The rate will be 5%. Okay. But what about the time? Okay, time will be now six. Okay, 6 half years. Okay, because for in 3 years there are 6 half years. Now, in the same case, suppose if the compound interest it is calculated quarterly. It is calculated quarterly. Quarterly means after every 3 months. Okay. Actually, in a year, there are 4 quarters. So here, the amount it is P1 plus R by 4 divide by 100. And here it will be 4 times T. Means now the rate will be divided by 4. Okay. But the time interval, it will be multiplied by 4. Okay. So here, suppose the same example that rate is say 10% per annum and T is 3 years. So now here the rate, if the interest is compounded quarterly, then rate will be 10 by 4. Okay. Then it will be 2.5%. And what about the time? Time, actually in one year, there are 4 quarters. In 3 years, there will be total 12 quarters. There will be total 12 quarters. So obviously the formula will be like this, that it is so this amount, it will be nothing but P1 plus 2.5 upon 2.5 upon 100, and here it will be 12. Okay. So here, this is the changes which we will make as per our situation. Okay. So now, here is the another set of formulae for the questions. So here, this one, and this one, it is the difference. Minus means difference. Difference between compound interest and simple interest. If our time is for 2 years and for 3 years. Okay. So here, this is the formula for 2 year and this is for 3 year. And P is once again principal amount. R is once again rate of interest. So we can derive this formula. How? Actually, the amount in case of compound interest, the amount in case of compound interest after 2 years, it will be P 1 plus R by 100 whole raised to power 2. And obviously, this will be nothing but P, the principal amount, plus the compound interest. This will be P, the principal amount, plus the compound interest. But compound interest after how many years? 2 years. This will be after 2 years. And the amount, but if our interest is simple interest, that will be P, then here 1 plus R, 2R by 100. Okay. So this I have just discussed. Okay. And obviously this will be P plus SI, simple interest. And obviously this simple interest, it will be again after 2 years. Now, if we take the difference of these two amounts, okay, then it will be nothing but actually P plus CI and minus P plus SI. One can very well see actually this amount, it is nothing but P plus CI here. And this amount, okay, it is nothing but P plus SI. Okay. So this will be now actually, obviously, it is CI minus SI, the compound interest minus simple interest, because P cancels. And now on the right hand side, so P is common, P we can take common. And now here, if you look at this top one, it is actually 1 plus R by 100 whole square. It is R by 100 whole square plus 2r by 100. 2r by 100. Actually, a plus b whole square. Okay, so this is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay, and minus here it will be 1 plus 2r by 100. 2r by 100. And obviously this term it is coming from here. It is coming from here. And what about this p? What about this p? Actually, this p is taken common. Okay. Now, this 2r by 100, it will go off. Even this one will go off because here it is negative sign. And what is remaining? Remaining is p. You can see this p. Okay. P into r by 100 whole square. So this formula which you are seeing here, that it is P into R rate, okay, per annum divided by 100 whole square. Okay, so that's how to derive this formula. And on the same lines, we can derive this formula also. Obviously, the calculations will be bit lengthy, okay, but the basic will be same, that the amount after 3 years. So now, in order to drive the this formula, so amount that will be after 3 years, but in case of compound interest, okay, that will be nothing but P 1 plus R by 100 whole raised to power 3. Okay, and the amount, but in case of simple interest, but again after 3 years, that will be P 1 plus 3R by 100. Okay. And now, obviously, if you take the difference of these and take P common, and some calculations are there. So this will be the formula. Okay. So if someone observe here that whether it is for 2 year or for 3 years, this term P R by 100. P into R by 100 square. It is common term. You can see this term is common. Okay. Now, if the difference is asked for 2 years only, if the difference is given or asked for 2 years, then we will use this term only. And if it is for 3 years, then there will be some additional term multiplied. The additional term which is multiplied. And what is that additional term? It is R by 100 plus 3. So this additional term is to be multiplied with the this term. So here on what sum does the difference between the compound interest and simple interest for 3 years at 10%, 10% per annum, it is 124. So here, what is the meaning of this sum? Sum means this is the principal amount. The principal amount. Okay. The principal amount. So obviously now the CI compound interest minus the simple interest, it was P R by 100, P R by 100 whole square, then R by 100 plus 3. Okay, so this was the formula. And so now this difference, it is given to be 124. Okay. P we have to calculate, and what is R? R is 10. So 10 by 100 square, and again 10 by 100 plus 3. Okay. So now this is P, and one can see it will cancel out. So here it will be 1 by 100 because it is 10 square. Even it will cancel out. So actually now here it is 1, this 10, actually one can do these calculations. So this 10 into 3, 30 plus 1, 31 divided by 10 here. And so this is equal to 124. So from here, what will be the P amount? It will be 124, okay, into 1000. This 1000, actually this one, and divide by 31. So 31 will cancel out with here. So it is 4. So what is the principal amount? It must be 4,000. Means the principal amount was 4,000. And this amount, it gave a difference of 124 rupees. Difference between compound interest and simple interest. Okay. But after 3 years. So here, here one more question. But here the difference is for 2 years. So obviously the formula was that Ci minus Si. This is P R by 100 square. Okay. And this difference, it is given to be 20 rupees. One can very well see. And once again, this principal amount is asked. And what is the rate? It was 4 by 4%. Okay. So now here, what will be the P? It will be nothing but this 20. And obviously here it is 425. And what is the square of 25? It is 625. So this 625, it will go to the, this means this will come to this side. Okay, 25 square, which is 625. So this will give us uh, 50 and 12, this one. Okay, means 12,500 was the given principal amount. So here, the difference, it is given to be 72. Okay, difference is given to be 72. Principal is given to be 5,000. And obviously, we have to find the rate of interest per annum. So here, obviously, R by 100 square. Okay, so this difference, compound interest minus simple interest. Okay, that is P into R by 100 square. Okay. So this is 50,000, sorry, 5,000 into R square by 100 into 100. Okay, so this 20 will cancel out, this one will cancel out. So from here, we will get that R square is 72 into 10 divided by 5. And this is now 2 here, and this is 144. So what will be R? R will be obviously 12% per annum. Okay, so means option C will be correct here. Now, in this question, we have to find the difference between simple interest and compound interest on this money and at this rate. But the compound interest is compounded half yearly. Okay. And obviously here, please mind, the time is 1 year. The time is 1 year. So here, please do not apply the previous formula. Actually, the previous formula, they are for 2 year or 3 year, and here it is 1 year. So now here, first of all, we will calculate the simple interest, okay, after 1 year, that is now 600 P R is 10% and time is 1 year, okay, and divide by 100. So this will simply give us rupees 60. Okay, so this is the simple interest, okay, after 1 year. And now for compound interest, actually, first of all, we will calculate the amount. Okay, so the amount. Okay, so the amount will be, it will be P, okay, P1 plus R by 2 upon 100, and here it will be 2T. So what is the P here? It is 600. Okay, and what is the R here? R, it was 10%. So 10% divided by 2, it will be 5 here 100. And what was the time? Initial time, it was 1 year. The time was 1 year. Okay, and in 1 year, there are 2 half years. 2 half years. So here it will be 2 into 1, that is 2. Okay, so now it is nothing but 600 and 5. Here it will be 20. So 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1 by 20, it will give us 21 by 20, and 21 by 20 whole square. So obviously this one more time it will be there. So these two zeros will go off with this. So here it will be 3 here. So now it is 3 into 441 divided by 2, and this will give us, get this. And now this is the amount, okay, amount in case of compound interest, okay. Now, what will be our compound interest? The compound interest, actually for that, actually this amount means 661 plus 5. Obviously, this is principal amount plus the compound interest. And obviously, principal amount was 600. So what was the compound interest? It is 61.5. 61.5. Okay. So, difference between compound interest and simple interest. So, compound interest, it is 61.5. What is this simple interest? It is 60, and that will be nothing but 1.5 rupees. Rupees 1.5. So here, sum doubles in 8 years at compound interest. Okay. So what is the meaning? That if P was the initial amount, then this P, it becomes 2P. This P becomes 2P in how many years? In 8 years. So P, it will be 1 plus R by 100 whole raised to power 8. Okay. So this is the meaning of this statement. Now, in how many years this sum will become four times of the original sum. Okay. So for that, what we do in the given equation, we can cancel out p from both sides. And obviously we have 2 equal to 1 plus r by 100. And here it is raised to power 8. And what I need 4 times. So for 4 times, obviously I have to scale on both sides. I have to square on both side. Okay. Because this 2 square, it will give me 4. Okay. 4 times. Okay. And by chance, suppose instead of 4 times, suppose it is asked 8 times. Suppose it is asked 8 times of the original sum. Then obviously I will cube on both sides. And if it is given to be say 16 times, then I will raise both sides to the power 4. Okay, I will raise both side to the power 4. So here it will be 4 and here this side it will be 1 plus r by 100 and obviously here it will be 16, 8 into 2. This 8 into 2. Okay. And please mind here, please do not do this thing that this will be 8 square, that is 64. Okay, that will be wrong. Now, once again, we can multiply both side by p. So here, once again, we can multiply both side by p, and this is giving our answer that the amount will become 4 times of the original amount in 16 years. If in the same question, interest is say simple interest, this interest is say simple interest, then what will be the answer? So now, if interest is simple interest, then the initial amount P, it becomes double 2P in how many years? In 8 years. Okay. So actually, what is this 2P? It is nothing but P plus P. Okay. So what was this P? It was the principal amount. And what was this P? It was the simple interest. But simple interest for 8 years. Now, further for 8 years, for next 8 years, again, our simple interest will be P. Again, the simple interest, it will be P. Okay. Because I had just actually in the starting of the lecture, I discussed that this is the characteristic or property of simple interest. This is the characteristic or property of simple interest, that interest is same, constant for every year. So if in the first 8 years, the simple interest was P, in the first 8 years, if the simple interest was P, it was P, then for the next 8 years, once again, the simple interest will be again P. Okay. So this 2P plus P, it will become 3P. Okay. And now again for the next 8 years, once again, the interest will be again P, and this 3P plus P, it will give us 4P. Now, this initial amount P, the initial amount P, it has become 4 times. It has become 4 times, but how many years it has taken? 8 plus 8 plus 8, that is 24 years. Okay. So, in the case of compound interest, the amount will take 16 years to become the 4 times, but in case of simple interest, it will take 24 years. Okay. So even these questions are commonly asked questions in simple interest and compound interest. So this is one more question here. So here once again we have P into 1 plus R by 100 and here whole raised to power 4, that is given to be 2P, And now we can cancel out p on both side. And after that, I need 16 times. So I will raise both side raised to power 4. So this side 2 raised to power 4 and even this side raised to power 4. So now it will give me 16 and this side it will be 1 plus r by 100. And here it is 16 and now I can multiply both side by p. So obviously in 16 years, this will become 16 times the amount P means in 16 years, the initial amount P will become 16 times of itself. So now Reena took a loan of rupees 1200 with simple interest for as many years as the rate of interest. Okay, means here T, time and rate of interest, they are same. Okay, and if she paid 432 as interest at the end of the loan period, what was the rate of interest? So this 432, it is nothing but the principal amount 12 into this, and R is R, and instead of T, again it I will write R. Instead of time T, I will write R, and here obviously 100. So we have to merely solve this. So it will be R square because this R into R is R square, and this cancels out. So here it will be 12. 12 will simply go out with this. So that will give us, if I am not wrong, sorry, 36. Yeah. So this 12, cancelling this for 432 and 36. So R square is obviously 36. So what will be R? It will be nothing but 6%. So rate was 6% per annum. So in this question, actually the rate was 6% and what was the time? Time was also 6 years. The time was also 6 years. Even this question may be also asked that what was the loan period? What was the loan period? That is 6 years. Now here, the interest for third year at a certain sum, it is given to be rupees 3000, but it is simple interest. Now, if in third year, the simple interest in three is 3000 in third year, then obviously in every year, the interest will be 3000. Means in sixth year, it will be 3000, in seventh year, it will be 3000, and even in eighth year also. Means what will be the total sum? Means sum of these, it will be nothing but 9000. So here, it was given that it is in third year, this 3000, it was in third year. But rather than third year, it can be any year. It can be any year. Okay. So if the interest is given, say whatever interest is given for any year, but in simple interest, then for every year, this interest will be same. Okay. Now, for this question, actually, the formula that we will apply, it will be delta S, that is P into R into, sorry, P delta R into T by 100. We can directly apply this formula. Actually, what is the meaning of this delta S? Actually, this is delta S. Actually, it is change. Delta stands for change. Okay. So change in what? Change in S. Simple interest. Means this delta S, it stands for change in interest, simple interest. And what is the meaning of delta R? Obviously, this is change in R. This is change in R means change in the interest. Okay. Now this change, it can be increase, it can be decrease also. It is simple that if we are increasing the rate of interest, if we are increasing the rate of interest, P and T, they are same, then simple interest will also increase. And if we are decreasing the rate of interest, if we are decreasing, actually increase and decrease both are change. So if we are changing the rate, if we are decreasing the rate of interest, then the simple interest will also decrease. Okay. So here, this is given that the sum was invested. Actually, it should be invested for it. Invested for 2 years, it will give 300 more. Okay. If invested at 3% higher rate, means what is this delta S given? It is given to be 300. This delta S is given to be 300 more. If the rate is 3% higher, means this delta R 3% higher. This is given to be 3%. So again here principal amount P and this delta R is 3 and the time is given to be 2. So divide by 100. So this one can very well solve. So from here what will be the P? So this 3 will go out with this. Okay. And obviously the answer will be 5,000 rupees. Okay. So this will be the answer. Actually, the formula that I have mentioned here, it can be simply derived from the given formula that was P into R into T by 100. That is the simple interest. Actually, this formula is linear. This formula is this is linear in S, P, R, and T. What is the meaning of linear? It means that the highest degree of all these four variables, the four quantities, the highest degree of the four quantities, it is 1. Okay. So that's why suppose I give a change in R. So it is R plus delta R. Okay. So means if this R, it is changed by delta R, means this change, it may be increase or decrease. Delta R, it is the increase or decrease in the rate. Okay. And then remaining P and T, they remain same. Means this principal and time T, they remain same. Then it again divide by 100. So obviously here S will also change. Okay, means there will be a change in the simple interest. Okay. Now P into R into T upon 100. So this term, okay, and plus P into delta R into T upon 100. So P into R into T divide by 100. This term is here. And again P, again this P into delta R into T divide by 100. This term is here. And this is equal to obviously S plus delta S. So what is the meaning of this equation? It simply means, what is the meaning of this equation? It simply means that if we are changing the rate, then there will be change in the simple interest also. Okay. So delta R, it is the change in the rate. Delta S, it is the change in the simple interest. So from here we get this. Now this P into R into T by 100, it is nothing but S. So what must be this thing? P into delta R into T divided by 100, it must be delta S. And this formula I had used here. Now, this question, it was based upon change in the rate. It was based upon change in the rate, keeping a P principal amount and time same. Okay. Now, on the same lines or on the same basis, here change in the principal amount may be also asked. Means suppose principal amount is changed, P plus delta P. And again, R and T, they are kept same and divide by 100. So obviously, there will be a change in simple interest also. So now, once again, we will have P into R into T by 100. Obviously, P into R into T by 100 plus delta P into R into T by 100. Okay. Now, this term, it is nothing but S. So obviously, what will be this term? It will be nothing but delta S. So means delta S, it will be delta P into R into T by 100. Okay, so what will be delta P? The increase or decrease of in the principal amount. Delta P, it will be increase or decrease in the principal amount. And similarly, one can easily check out or prove that it can be P into R into delta T by 100. Okay, means just replace this T by T plus delta T and do these similar calculations. One can easily derive here. So means this delta T means if we increase or decrease the time interval, if we increase or decrease the time interval, then there will be increase or decrease in the simple interest. So if questions are based upon these, means the question is based upon change in the principal amount or change in the time, then we can directly use these formulae. Now here, this question, it can be solved by the basic way, but I will go by the so-called smart way. Actually, if we take this difference, the 112 means 1112 and this 1008, then this is nothing but 104. And what is this 104? Obviously, this is the simple interest, but for the third year. This is for the third year. Okay. Why? Because this is the amount after 3 years, means it is P plus SI, but SI for third year. And what was this thing? It is the amount means amount after 2 years. 1008, it is amount after 2 years, means this 1008, it is P principal amount plus simple interest, but simple interest for 2 years. Okay. So if we take the difference, so this will go out. So SI3 means this one, it is the simple interest after 3 years minus the simple interest after 2 years. So that is actually 104, means this 104, this is the simple interest for third year. Means one can very well see that this 104, it is the difference between the simple interest after total simple interest after 3 years and total simple interest after 2 years, means this is 104. It is nothing but the simple interest for the third year. Okay. So this 104, it is the simple interest for third year, means this 104, it is the simple interest for 1 year. It is for 1 year because third year means one single year. Third year means one single year. So now, if 104, it is simple interest for 1 year, for 2 year. So simple interest for 2 year, that will be nothing but 208. Okay. And this 208, if I remove from this 1008, means this 208, I remove from this 1008. Okay. Then obviously I will get the principal amount. This 800, it will be the principal amount. Once again, what is this 1008? It was P plus principal amount plus simple interest for 2 years and minus here 208. It is again simple interest for 2 years and obviously this will go off. So what we have P, and what is that P? It is nothing but 800. Means our principal amount was rupees 800. So either option A will be correct or option C will be correct. And now, obviously, 800 rupees at 13% rate. Okay, at 13% rate for 1 year, that will give me the interest of 104 for 1 year. The 800 at the rate of 13% for 1 year. That will give me 104. So obviously now option A is correct. Option C is incorrect. Actually, 800 rupees 800 at the rate of 12%. Okay, for 1 year, it will give me 96 rupees interest. But here the interest for 1 year was 104. Now, this question, it can be if we solve it by the basic way, then it will be the P into for 12 into 1 divide by 100 and then 20,000 minus P into 14 into 1 divide by 100. And this is given to be 2560. Okay. So here, what is the P? Yeah, I may call it P1. Actually, this is the principal amount, which is invested at 12% rate of interest. And what is this? 20,000 minus P. I may call it P2. Okay. And this is the principal amount. Actually, P1 and P2, They are the principal amounts, okay? But P1, it was invested at 12% rate, and P2, it was invested at 14% rate, okay? So obviously this one, it is the simple interest on P1 for 1 year, and this one, it is the simple interest on P2 for 1 year, okay? And the total is given to be 2560. And now we can simply solve. Look, this here I will get 12p from the first one, and here it is 20,000 into 14. That will give me 28,280 and 000. And this minus p into 14 means 14p. And now this 2560, and this 100, it will go to this side. Okay, so now 12p minus 14p, it is minus 2p. And now this 28,000, it can go to this side. So 2560, triple this 0, minus 28 triple 0. Okay, one may write this way also, that 2p, it is 28. Sorry, one more zero, so it is 280, and minus 256, this one. And now the difference is nothing but uh, 4 and this P. So what is P? The P is nothing but rupees 12,000. Okay. So if P is 12,000, okay, then what will be P? Actually, this was our P1, that is P1. Okay, this is rupees 12,000. So what is the second amount? That was P2. Obviously, that P2 was nothing but it was 20,000. Okay, 20,000 minus 12,000, that will be nothing but 8,000. Okay, means 12,000 amount, it was invested at 12% rate of interest, and this 8,000, it was invested at 14% rate of interest for 1 year. That's why the total interest was 2560. So option B is correct. Now, the same question with the help of the so-called smart technique. Now, in this way, we assume that the whole amount, it is invested at, say, 12% per annum. So 20,000, the whole amount, this is invested at 12%. So for 1 year, this 20,000, it will give us 2,400 interest. Means if it is invested at 12% rate, then for 1 year it will give us this much simple interest. So now what is the difference? What was the actual interest? It is 2,560. Means this difference 2,560 and this 2,400. Obviously, this is nothing but 160. Now this 160, it is due to the difference of 2%. This is due to the difference of 2%. What 2%? The 2% between 12% and 14%. This 2%, the difference between 12 and 14%. So now this 160, it is due to the 2%, but 2% of which amount? The 2% of the amount P2. Okay. So why it is P2? Because here this 2,400, it is calculated for 12. This is calculated for 12%, and for 12%, we assume let the amount be P1. The amount was P1. Okay. And now obviously this 160, it will be due to the difference 2%, but 2% of which amount? P2. Okay. So here 2% of P2, and what we need 100% of P2. 100% of P2 means the whole P2. 100% of P2 means the whole P2. So for that, here I am multiplying by 50. Even this side I should multiply by 50, and that will give me nothing but 8,000. So means what will be the P2 amount? It will be 8,000. So once the P2 amount is there, can we calculate P1? Yes, we can calculate P1. That will be nothing but 12,000. Okay. That is nothing but 20,000 minus 8,000. Similarly, if we assume let the whole amount be invested at 14% per annum, the whole amount, say 20,000, let it be invested at 14% per annum. Then for 1 year, it will give us 2,800 simple interest. Now, what is the difference between 2,800 and 2,560? Obviously, this is nothing but 240. So now this 240, this is due to this 240, this difference of this 240, it is again due to 2%. 2%, but 2% of what? P1. Why? Because this 2,800, this we have calculated for 14, and this for 14, what was the amount? P2. The amount was P2. Okay. So means this difference of 240, it must be due to the 2% difference. 2%, once again, what 2%? The difference between 12% and 14%. Okay. But 2% of what? The amount P1. And once again, what we need? We need 100% of P1. 100% of P1. Once again, I have to multiply by 50. So even this side means here I am multiplying by 50. So even this side I should multiply by 50. And that will give me nothing but 12,000. So if P1 is 12,000, then what will be P2? P2 will be nothing but 8,000. Okay. So what is P1 and P2 here? For that, please watch the method, the basic method, which I just discussed before this so-called smart method. Okay. But again, the correct option will be option B. Now, this question, if we solve it by basic way, we assume that let P be the amount which was invested at 6% interest. P, it be the amount which is invested at 6% interest, obviously for 5 years. And obviously the second amount, it will be 950 minus P, which was invested at 4% interest, again for 5 years. So the total interest is 200. Okay, so this is the interest for P amount, and this is the interest for 950. The second amount, 950 minus P amount. And this P, we may take it as P1, and this 950 minus P, we may take it as P2. Now, one can solve this equation number 1 also, okay? But one can directly solve the equation number 2 also. Why? Because the simple interest for 5 years, it is 200. The simple interest for 5 years is 200. So for 1 year, what will be the interest? It will be nothing but 200 divided by 5, that is 40 rupees. Okay, why once again? Why so? Because in case of simple interest, the interest is same for every year. In case of simple interest, the interest is same for every year. So for every year, the interest will be 40 rupees. So will be 40 rupees. So one may directly go by this. Or if someone observes here that this 5, it can be taken common in the left hand side, and then when it goes to this side, it will be in the denominator, and again it will give me 40 rupees. So if one follows any approach, again the meaning will be same. Now here it is P into 6, 6P, and here it is 4 into P with a negative sign, minus 4P, then 950 into 4, it is 3,800. And this 100, when it goes to this side, means this 40 here, 4,000 after solving P is 100. So what is the meaning? The meaning is that the amount was 100, which was invested on at the rate of 6%. Means rupees 100 was the amount which was invested at 6% rate of interest. Now, if we have to solve this by a smarter way, then we assume let the whole amount, let it be invested at 4%. Let it be invested at 4%. Then 950 into 4 means 950 invested at 4% interest for 1 year. Obviously, this will give us, so it will give us rupees 38. Now, means this 38, it is the interest for 1 year if the whole amount is invested at 4% rate. Now, otherwise it was 40 rupees. Now, difference between 40 and 38, that is 2. And this 2 rupees, it is obviously due to the 2% difference. The difference between 2%, but 2% of which amount? The 2% of obviously P1 amount. It is due to the 2% of P1. Why? Because this 38, this is calculated for 4. This 38, it is calculated for 4%. And this for 4%, our amount was P2. The amount was P2. Okay. Means now this difference, it is 2% of P1. P1 means the amount which was invested at 6% rate of interest. And once again, what we need 100%. Okay. So 100% of P1. So obviously we have to multiply both sides by 50. So even here multiply by 50, even here multiply by 50. 100 rupees means the amount which is invested at 6% rate of interest, it was 100 rupees, which was our P1. Now, once again for this question, let P be the initial amount. So it becomes 2P, sorry, it becomes 2P, means it becomes double. In how many years? 6 years. So what is the meaning of this 2P? That it is nothing but P plus P. So this P, it was the principal amount. And this P, it is the our simple interest. Means for every 6 year, total P simple interest is there. Means in every 6 year, simple interest which is equal to P, it is there. Now obviously to become 3P means 2P plus P, again it will take 6 years. And to become 4P, 4P means 3P plus P. Okay, again it will take 6 years. Means for every 6 years, simple interest which is equal to P, means this much simple interest, simple interest which is P. Okay, this is there. Okay, for every 6 year. So for every 6 year, simple interest which is equal to P, it is there. So that's why for the amount P to becomes the 4 times, it will take 6 plus 6 plus 6, 18 years. Okay. Okay. In this question, actually, it is not mentioned that the interest is actually the simple interest or it is the compound interest. Although it should be well mentioned that the interest is simple interest or compound interest, but if a question is like that, this one where it is not mentioned, then we will solve the question by assuming that the interest is simple interest. Please mind this thing. If it is not mentioned that it is simple interest or compound interest, then we will solve the question by assuming that it is simple interest. So here the P amount, it becomes 6P, okay, in 40 years. Now, what is this 6P? Obviously, this will be P plus 5P, okay, P plus 5P. So, obviously, what is this 5P? This is the simple interest, okay. And this simple interest for how many years? 40 years. Means the 5P, this is equal to P into the rate into the T divided by 100. Means this 5P, this is our simple interest. So obviously this is now P, R and T. What is T? It is 40, 40 by 100. So this P will cancel out. So what we will have, actually this will cancel out. So 5 into 10, that is 50. And then this 4, it will come to the left hand side. So that will give us rate, and obviously rate is nothing but 12.5%. So this option A will be correct. So for this question, obviously the amount, it is principal amount plus R by 2 upon 100 into 2T. Why so? Because the interest is being compounded half yearly. So what is the principal here? It is 400 given, and 1 plus, and rate it is 20%. So obviously it will be 10% now, and divide by 100. And here time, it is in the first year only. So first year means T is 1. So obviously here 2 into 1, it will be 2. So now rest it is 400, and this will give us 1 by 10. So 1 plus 1 by 10, it will give us 11 by 10, and 11 by 10 square means one more time 11 by 10. So this 10, 100 will go off. So it will be 4 into 121. So that will be 484. So this is the amount. Okay, this is the final amount. But here we have to find that what is the interest. So obviously, what will be the interest? Interest will be 84 rupees. Why? Because the initial amount was 400 and after 1 year it is 484. So obviously the interest will be 84 rupees. Actually, in this question, the main issue is here that time is given in 1 year and 73 days. Means T is 1 year. It is 1 year plus 73 days. So now how to solve such questions? Actually, we will convert these days into years. We will convert these days into years. So how to convert? Actually, 73 days we will simply divide by 365 to convert it into year. Okay, because in 365 days, okay, the 365 days, this is equivalent to 1 year. Okay, so 1 day it will be equivalent to 1 by 365 year. Okay, so if it is 73 days, so if it is 73 days, then that will be 1 by 365 into 73 means these many years. Means in 73 days, this is 73 divided by 365, these many years. Okay. And obviously here we are assuming that in 1 year there are 365 days. So what is this 73 by 365? It is 1 by 5 year. So now what is our time? It is nothing but 1 year plus 1 by 5 more year. Okay. And now here, since we have to find the compound interest, so it will not be it will not be a good thing to use the formula that is P1 plus R by 100 and whole raised to power T, because T is here 1 plus 1 by 5, basically it is 6 by 5 year. It is 6 by 5 year. So this is not a good thing to apply this formula because calculations will be very typical. So, so what we do here to calculate this compound interest, first we calculate the interest for actually the interest for first year. We calculate the interest for first year. Actually, for first year, whether it is simple interest or compound interest, it will be same. So that will be interest. So here it will be P into R into T by 100. Okay. So now what was the P amount? It is 10,000. And what is the rate of interest? It is R. And what is T? T is obviously 1. So divide by 100. So this will cancel out. So here we will have rupees 1000. So rupees 1000, it is the interest for first year. Okay. So for first year, compound interest and simple interest, they are same. Now for the remaining 1 by 5 year, how we will calculate? Actually, we will calculate simple interest. Okay, we will calculate simple interest, but for the amount 11,000 rupee. For the amount 11,000. Why 11,000? Because the initial amount was 10,000 and after 1 year the interest was 1,000. Okay, means now our initial amount will be 11,000 rupees. Okay. And again now we will apply the same formula. Okay. Simple interest. Okay. But now our P, it will be 11,000. Okay. So now for this 11,000, the so now for this 11,000, the interest, it will be 11,000 into R. R is 10. And what is time T? It is 1 by 5. Okay, 1 by 5, 73 days. And divide by 100. So now again, this will go off. So now it 5 will be cancelled out with this 2. So it will give us 220 rupees. Means this is the interest for 73 days. And now what is the total interest now? The total interest is 1000 plus 220. Okay, so that will be 1220. This will be the total interest. The 1000 plus 220. So means option D will be correct. Now for this question here, time is actually 9 months. Okay. And in 9 months, actually, there are 3 quarters. This is equal to 3 quarters. In 9 months, there are 3 quarters. Okay. Because here interest is compounded quarterly. So here the amount, it will be nothing but P1 plus R by 4 upon 100. And here actually it will be 4T. Okay. Now, what is the principal amount? It was 8,000. Okay. And 1 plus R is 20%. So R by 4, it will be 5%, 5 by 100. And instead of 4T, what I will write? I will write here 3 quarters. Actually, here T was actually this should be in years, and in 9 months, how many years are there? 9 by 12 years are there. Okay, so here T it should be in years. Okay, if we talk about the basic formula, okay, then this T it should be in year. So now here T it is 9 by 12 year. How? Because in 12 months means 12 months they are equivalent to 1 year. Okay, so obviously for 1 month it is equivalent to 1 by 12, 1 by 12 year. And if it is 9 months, then obviously it will be equivalent to 9 by 12 year. Okay, so now it is T is 9 by 12 year, and here it is 4T, means we should have 4 into T, 4 into T. Okay, so what is 4 into T? Means 4 into 9 by 12. And if you check, this will be nothing but 3. And now it is nothing but 5, 1, and here 20. So now remaining it is 8,000. And actually 1 plus 1 by 20, it will give us 21 by 20. And further the cube is there, means 21 by 20. One more time 21 by 20. Actually this 20 into 20, it is nothing but 8,000. And now this 441 means 21 into 21, 441 into 21. And if someone calculates it, it will come out to be 9261. So means this is the amount 9261, and actually we have to find the compound interest. Okay, please mind, do not answer this option C. Okay, here we have to find the compound interest. So what will be the compound interest? Actually it will be 9261. Okay, the final amount minus the initial amount 8,000. So that will give us 1261. So option B is correct. So be very careful in this question. Actually, we should be careful in every question that what is being given and what is being asked and how to solve the question. Okay. So here, what we need that this 2880, this is equal to 2000. And here 1 plus R by 100. And here it is 2. Okay, actually amount, this is principal amount plus R by 100 whole raised to power T. Okay, so this is given that this amount, it amounted to this much in 2 years. So 2 years, 2000 had become 2880. Okay, and interest is compounded annually. Okay, so obviously we have to find this R, the rate of interest. So now rest is easy. Actually, if you see here, it will cancel out. So it will be 288 upon 200. That is equal to 1 plus R by 100 whole square. Now, this side, if one sees this, it can be written as 144 by 100. And this 144 by 100, this we can write 12 by 10 square. Okay. And this 12 by 10, further it can be written as 5 by 6, sorry, 6 by 5. It can be written as 6 by, wait. So 6 by 5 square. And this 6 by 5 square, obviously this is 1 plus 1 by 5 square. Okay. And that is equal to 1 plus r by 100 and square. And obviously now this is 1 plus 20 by 100. 1 plus 20 by 100 square. Okay. So obviously, what will be our R? R will be nothing but 20%. So option B will be correct. Actually, one thing here, in order to find R from the given equation, there is no need to simplify this square. Means please do not go by this way, that 1 plus R square by 100 plus 2R by 100. Okay. Sorry, R by 100 whole square. Okay, R by 100 whole square. Please do not go by this way. Okay, there is no need. What is the basic technique here? Our right hand side, it is of this form, 1 plus R by 100 whole raised to power 2. So our left hand side, if you have observed here, the left hand side, even the left hand side, I have converted into the same form. The left hand side, I have written in the same form. What form? That 1 plus R by 100 and scale. Okay. So here, this technique is usually used in mathematics. Sometimes it is very difficult to solve a particular equation by the ordinary way. So what we do, we try to make the form of left hand side and right hand side same. Okay. So means whatever the form I am talking about this form. Okay. So whatever the form of left hand side, we will make it in right hand side or in vice versa. Okay. So this technique is being used here. So for this question, actually, our amount, it will be P1 plus R. Actually, R by 2. Okay, because here it is compounded half yearly, R by 2 over 100. And obviously here 2T. Now, the principal amount is 10,000. Okay. And now it is 1 and R is given to be 10%, means here it will be 5 by 100. Now here what is the time given? Actually time is 1.5 years given. So what is 1.5 year? Obviously it is 3 by 2 year. We can write in this way. Okay. And 3 by 2 years mean here it will be 2 into 3 by 2, means 2 into 3 by 2, it will be nothing but 3. Okay. So T is 1.5 years. So 1.5 year means 3 by 2. Okay. Or in other words, since here the interest is compounded half yearly, the interest is compounded half yearly. In 1.5 year, how many half years are there? In 1.5 year, how many half years are there? There are 3 half years. There are 3 half years in 1.5 years. So that's why we will have 3 only here. We will have 3. Actually, these 2 will cancel out. So remaining, it is nothing but 5 ones and 20. So once again, it will be 10,000. Here it will be 21 by 20, but again, 3 times. Okay. So this 21 by 20 once again. So these 3 zeros, they will take out this. This one more will take out this. So remaining, it will be, so here, actually 5 into 21, it will be 105, and 21 into 21, it will be 441. And this 2 into 2, it is 4. Okay. So we have to merely multiply these. Okay. And if one checks out or simplifies this, then it will be 11,057, 6, and here 25. Okay. Means option number B will be correct. So, thank you everyone. This is all for this lecture. Okay. And in case if you have any issue with the this lecture or any other lecture, feel free to comment in on the comment box. Okay. And have a nice day, dear.